What's up? How's it going? Originally I wanted to find my GoPro head mount so I could do like a POV for this, but I'll just try my best with the tripod. I've made TikToks of dismounting tires and that one went crazy for some reason. And then I just learned how to mount the tires because it's not as nearly as easy as dismounting, but that TikTok I posted like 2 days ago and it's already doing pretty good. So I figured I'd make a YouTube video on it. Let's get straight into it. The whole point of this is to make like a more detailed, like step-by-step how-to, like actually demonstrate all the stuff. So materials first. What you're gonna need is the Harbor Freight tire changer thing, the little bar it comes with and the actual thing. You mount it to the plywood or however you have it mounted. And then highly recommend, I don't think it's possible without 2 different tire spoons, tire levers, whatever you want to call them, but definitely 2 of these helps. Dawn dish soap and water in like a dollar store spray bottle, and then a valve core tool. So get straight into it. So if you have no idea, basically this fits around, you can kind of see in there, this just goes like this, and then you unscrew it. Do not let this fly out because it will launch. Now you're gonna leave it out for this whole process. Now step 2 is you're gonna soap up both the beads on the front and back. Soap up both of them. Key here is, you see this little nub? You want that to sit kind of around this area, not on the lip at all. Definitely on the tire, but you don't want it too far out. Probably somewhere around here. And you're gonna lay that down, sitting on there, just like so. Now you're gonna go, you don't need to lube this area at all. If anything, you don't want this area to be lubed. Just in, spray bottle kind of sucks, but just in the seam all the way around. And use a lot of this. It's, it's cheap, it's not going anywhere. It's gonna make it easier. All right, now, once you have the bead broken, so it doesn't look broken here, but like if you push on it, it's broken, it's all the way around, both sides. It's good. Now you're going to take off this top piece, take off this thing. I like to use like a little buffer. Obviously these wheels are like already cooked and they're beaters, but I still like to protect them. Ignore the rags. Now you're going to set the wheel up here. This is a good time to remove your center caps first, or it'll do it for you, like so. And then this pin is supposed to go through one of the lug nut holes. It doesn't really work on 5x100 for me, so I like to just have it between the spokes. Okay, and then your little buffer, if you care. This piece goes like this, and then you're gonna screw this on top hand tight, and then use the tip of that to put in here and really crank down on it. Jam it under there, kind of push back, push down. Now this is over. Whatever side of the centerpiece that your bar is on, you want to push against that. So I'm on the right side, so I'm going to rotate this clockwise. Now here's some extra soapy water helps. Just get it in there more because you have more access now that the bead is broken. Like so. And then, like I said, just push against the thing, and it comes off easily. See now, there your top bead is off. There's 2 ways you can do this next part. One is you can kind of be difficult and do it from the top like I do, or you can just flip the wheel around on this and just simply push down and it'll just come right off. But I like to do it this way since the wheel's already mounted. You just stick it on the inside. This part's gonna be hard to film, that's why I had to take it off the tripod, but like, you see that little gap in front of right there? You wanna have the tire like as symmetrically all the way up as you can. Symmetrically is important. And then you just stick the bar in there and basically do what you just did on this top bead, but on the bottom one. Okay, now while it's still up here, 2 things you're going to want to do. One, make sure you're putting see this says outside right here, you probably can't see it. The last tires I took off this were flipped. Actually, the inside was on the outside for the track and drifting. It doesn't matter, but generally, like the tread pattern, see how it's like thicker on the inside, stuff like that. Helps with camber wear and whatnot. So just put it on correctly, and then more soap. Just fully coat both inside and outside. When you're doing it up here to start, I'd say the inside is the more important one, the part that's gonna sit down here. So get that done, and then even just go like that and really get it coated. Boom. Now, sometimes you can just throw it on. Didn't work. Just push down. If it's hooked up correctly, it should just slip on like that. 50% done already. Now you're gonna want to take all this stuff off and take the wheel off. And you might be like, well, why are you taking the wheel off the tire changer to mount the tire? If you want to stand up here that high off the ground, mine's personally is like not stable, right? Like, so I like to put it on the ground. But if you want to stand up here, be my guest. But you're gonna be standing on it. So unless you have the bead clamp things that hold it down, but that cost money. Why, you have feet and a body, so just stand on it. You might be like, why are you using a bead breaker to install a tire? That sounds backwards. The key thing here, if there's one takeaway I want you to get from this video, is you have to keep the bead pushed down. I should have demonstrated it while the tire was still off, but I might actually just screenshot and put a picture of what I mean. You'll notice there's a big lip, and then it's like skinnier in the middle. You need to keep the tire in that skinnier part. If it's sitting on the lip, like it's seating on one side, you will not be able to get the other side on no matter how hard you try. You'll rip the tire if you do get it on. So you need to keep it pushed down. That's what we're gonna be standing on it here and there for, and using this to occasionally push down on this side. So yet again, you're gonna take your soapy water and just go crazy on it, whole thing. If you have tire lube, that's better, or even Armor All works, like Tire Shine. But now is when your two tire spoons or tire levers or tire iron, whatever you want to call them, when these come in handy is now. So we're gonna start off doing it on the side that is closest to the thing, because then you can push on it. So just simply just get it on there, basically like that. From here, you can now stand on it and kind of like push it on to an extent. You see how it just naturally is kind of going on. You get about halfway, just like simply. Now, stick it in here, go a little more, step on it, stick it in here, go a little more, step further out. This is being pushed up, so you want to keep that down. You're gonna take this and just keep it pushed down like that. Now you can keep working around. Now this last part here, I don't know if you can see, this last part is what will kill you if you don't keep the bead pressed down. Little by little. If you do too much, you won't be able to do it. Just do like maybe 1 to 2 inches from where the bead is already set. Cool. Don't do that to your wheels. And it's about to go on. There, boom. You might think you need a like real compressor, like air compressor, to air this up fast enough to get it to seat. Not true. All you need is soapy water. The last one I did of this, this is the second tire of the pair. The other one I used just like a battery powered, like rechargeable little like trunk compressor, but the battery's dead, so I'm gonna use a different one. But you can also just go to a gas station and use that air compressor, and that'll work if you don't have one. If you were using a real powerful compressor, you would keep the valve core out until it's seated, but since we're using this little thing, keeping it in helps, because not as much air is gonna go in as fast, but it will definitely stop the air from leaking out of there. So go ahead and put your thing. It says somewhere on pretty much every tire 40 psi max to set the bead. So this thing is, what's this thing set to? It's at 0 psi, obviously. We're just gonna throw it up to 40.